in all transparency, I would do away with the PBMs. I think they're unnecessary. And when patients are being steered, when patients are not able to reap the benefit of that reduced price, and they continue to pay higher prices, it is something that is very difficult. And I had looked at the Ohio suit. I think, Mr. Levitt, your testimony had referenced that. And I know their Kroger's chief medical officer lives in Nashville. And, when they can't turn a profit and they muddy up the process the PBMs have muddied the process and they're pushing that business offshore. I think that it is difficult. Mr. Levitt, let me come to you on that. Let's talk for a little bit on what this does to Medicare and Medicaid when you have this steering that is going on, because you have people in rural Tennessee that this is happening and then they have no access. So I'd love to hear just a touch from you on that. Time's limited.
Under Medicare Part D, there's a federal any willing provider law
That's my next question. So let's go ahead and hit that, because we have any willing provider in Tennessee, which limits the PBMs, and so should we just blanket that federally?
Yes, it is good federal law. In Tennessee, you've actually passed one of the strongest state any willing provider laws in the country, which is phenomenal for practices and pharmacies in your state. And the steering is terrible, particularly for sick patients, the sickest patients like cancer patients. We have examples in your state where a patient who has a patient choice to go to the oncologist that they want to get the drug from is steered to a PBM-owned specialty pharmacy, and then they just get this oral oncolytic, which is a dangerous drug, in the mail. It's terrible for patient care.
Well, we think it is too, and we think that any willing provider has helped in so many instances. Let's continue down this same chain, because with a lot of our community health centers, what we hear is that the PBMs get in here and it really compromises the availability of pharmaceuticals and cramps the community health centers on patient care.
Friends, this is just in. I have breaking news to share with you this afternoon. Several lawmakers and state officials have confirmed the arrival of automatic recurring checks for many low-income households. These checks are being sent thanks to new relief programs that aim to provide guaranteed monthly payments to those who are struggling the most. As much as $1,000 a month can be claimed. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, tomorrow I will be announcing 3 winners for the $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaway, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friend, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. In the wake of the economic crisis, many cities across the United States explored universal basic income programs to help those who are affected financially. Guaranteed income programs has been a lifesaver for many Americans. Several guaranteed income pilot programs, including ones in Chicago and Atlanta, are scheduled to come to an end, despite encouraging data that shows how important they have been. The programs provide cash payments to thousands of low-income families. At least 45 cities in our country started some kind of guaranteed income pilot program in 2020 or a few years preceding. The number of programs increased over the past few years since the beginning of the crisis. Generally, a lottery determines recipients from a pool of eligible applicants. Payments can vary from $200 to $1,000 a month. Some cities issued bi-weekly payments. The City of Los Angeles, California, year-long guaranteed basic income pilot program, known as Big Leap, has come to an end. The program, which was created in 2021 and administered by the city's Community Investment for Families Department, distributed more than $38.4 million to about 3,200 individuals who had received $1,000 per month. It was to help them with various expenses such as rent, medical bills, and basic necessities. Currently, 14.2% of Los Angeles County residents live below the federal poverty line. Of the 1.4 million Los Angeles City residents living below the poverty line, 419,000 are children under the age of 18. The Community Investment for Families Department is seeking new investment to run a follow-up guaranteed income program to continue to help families who are in need. The LA County Board of Supervisors is set to vote on a motion to expand the region's guaranteed income programs to include an additional 200 former foster youth. Once approved, participants would receive $1,000 a month for the next 2 years, and researchers would study the long-term impacts of guaranteed basic income on their well-being. So there are only 9 days left for El Monte, California residents to apply for a guaranteed income program that will provide them $500 every month for 1 year. Applications for the program open on March 27th and will remain open until April 15th. Every month, the city will load $500 on a debit card. Individuals can use it to pay for goods and services at any location that accepts debit cards. The City of El Monte will provide training on how to use a debit card for participants. Additionally, applicants must have a verified income at or below the federal poverty line and be able to show a need for financial assistance due to the crisis. Dear friends, what are your thoughts about guaranteed basic income programs? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Arkansas lawmakers recently approved a plan by Republican Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders and legislative leaders to cut individual and corporate income taxes by $124 million a year. The majority Republican House approved the legislation that calls for cutting the top individual income tax rate to 4.7% from 4.9%. The bill, which now heads to Governor Sanders' desk, also cuts a top corporate income tax rate to 5.1% from 5.3%. The tax cut is poised to take effect as Arkansas's revenues have come in much higher than expected in recent years. The state ended last fiscal year with a record $1.6 billion surplus. The state's revenue for the fiscal year so far has come in at $3.6 million higher than expected. State finance officials said that under the proposal, 1.1 million taxpayers who make more than $24,300 a year will receive a cut. Governor Sanders, who took office in January, has called out for phasing out the state's income tax. Over the past several years, Governor Sanders' Republican predecessor, former Governor Asa Hutchinson, and the majority GOP legislature enacted a series of cuts. But opponents of the tax cut have said it will disproportionately benefit wealthier taxpayers and comes as other needs in the state have been underfunded in recent years. Democratic Representative Tippy McCullough, the House Minority Leader, said, "The more we cut income taxes, the heavier the burden to keep our government up and running." The Department of Finance and Administration said that the tax cut would cost $186 million in its first year because it will take effect this year. The tax cut is one of the last major items on the agenda. Well, my awesome and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community and for being here every single day. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing 3 winners tomorrow for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning these giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Thursday.